diversity. I want to talk to you about the tip of your nose. It's probably a little bit cold right now. Why the tip of your nose? Because that is where we measure religious liberty. Religious liberty is a term that has been thrown around a lot in recent years. Some have demanded the right to discriminate against their neighbors, and they call it the right to religious liberty. As a religious leader, religious liberty is very important to me. Without it, I could not do what I do. But what these folks are demanding is not the real thing. Across our nation, we have seen laws proposed, and some passed and some struck down, that would allow business owners to turn people away for being gay. We hear about wedding businesses, bakers who want to refuse a cake to a gay couple because the baker's religion is against homosexuality. It is easy to see where these laws lead. We've been there before, back in the Jim Crow era, when businesses had the right to refuse service based on skin color. And that was often justified in religious terms too, let us not forget. The result was that our society held some people down in second-class status without equal access to the resources that shape opportunities and quality of life. That blatant discrimination was once considered normal. Today it is unthinkable, and it must remain that way. We learned then that legalizing discrimination is shameful and harmful. That learning did not come easily. There was a time when the odds seemed overwhelmingly against justice, against progress. But courageous people resisted, spoke up, and came together across differences to cast a moral vision, one rooted in love and diversity and equality. And they changed the course of a nation. It can be done. Love is stronger than hate. We have heard people cry religious liberty when trying to impose their religion in healthcare, too. We have seen this in New Mexico. We've seen bills introduced in our legislature that contained, quietly buried in their final paragraphs, religious exception riders, which say that no doctor, nurse, or hospital staff, no pharmacist who objects to abortion is obligated to help a woman when she needs one. Riders like these would mean that no matter why she needs one, even if her own religion honors her right to make such a personal decision, like mine does, even if she has an ectopic pregnancy that is not viable and will hurt her, even if she lives in a rural town and has no other option, if the person she turns to wants to impose their religious rules, they could deny her. This kind of thing, religious exception, is also framed as religious liberty, and what a dangerous twist of words. What is being called religious liberty is not the real thing. It gives real religious liberty a bad name, so let's take that phrase back. Our Constitution says that each person has the right to express their views and to practice their faith, but they do not have the right to impose it on others. Because in order for all of us to coexist, one person's religious liberty has to end at the tip of the next person's nose. We cannot force our beliefs on one another. I call upon all people of faith and non-religious people too to use our liberty not for overreaching, but for reaching out. We are all interconnected. What we care about intersects. When our legislators restrict women's health care, it has a disproportionate impact on poor women. When poor women are targeted, it has a disproportionate impact on women and families of color. If we continue to abuse our planet, what lasting value will economic reform have? And we need healthy communities, safe from gun violence, sexual violence, and pollution, with jobs and health care. We need those healthy communities in order for women to make meaningful decisions about whether to bring children into this world, and in order for those children to thrive and learn in schools which must be adequately funded. It's all interconnected. This is good news, my friends, because we don't have to do it alone. Let us answer the call of love by saying, onward together!